Hello everyone, welcome to another Scrap Mechanic live stream. Apparently I made a typo. Well, I did make a typo on the YouTube video, so that's been corrected. So, no more jokes about that, eh? And yeah, welcome back to another live stream, playing some Scrap Mechanic today, obviously. And let's get some bananas in chat. There we go. No bananas. What's this? No bananas? Nobby says bananas. That's all good then. Jonas Gamer says banana. Excellent. Thank you, people. Do appreciate it. And there we go. Right, so we are clearly live. That's good. We're going to create a new game, and it is going to be called Crane. I don't know what to call this thing. Every time I think about it, I'm not sure what to call it. So yeah, I've had an idea. We're going to create something. And hello to everyone in chat. Lots of people saying hello. Hello to all of you. Pre-stream song today was CKY, Disengage the Simulator. Really great song. Haven't heard that. Oh, Noisemir in quite some time. We got a resubscribe here, Little Estenderman. 9 months in a row. Absolutely epic support. Thank you so much, as always, buddy, for supporting the channel. And I hope you have a good time with today's stream, because we're going to be building some stuff and things. And I was thinking about building this thing. I'm going to build it on one of these platforms again. I love building on these. But I've been thinking about building it directly on the ground or making it movable. I'm going to build it directly on the ground. That's me making a decision. I'm not even going to reason with you. Also, we sort of roughly at least in the middle. Yeah, we kind of are. Okay, so let's plot out where the middle is. Yeah, something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's call that the middle. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just want to make sure I counted that correctly. And let's not forget where the middle is. It's like right there. So we'll plop that down. So there's our base. There it is. So we've got some things to talk about today, like the whole Fine Bros thing, which everyone is talking about, which has been an interesting event on the internet, I guess you could say. There's me Assam tea. Needs a little bit of time to cool down. So what we're going to build is a crane that's going to extend out. We're going to sit here in the middle. The crane is going to extend out and pick up blocks, move them to somewhere else. That's my objective, is to build a crane that can do that. So one of the first things I thought about was how are we going to make it rotate, and that I realised was actually quite simple. It's one of the first things we're going to add. The floor of our little thing here will be made out of concrete as well. However, we are aiming for looks here, so looks a bit. Oh, I see, that one's come over. So what we will do is make it look cool. But for now, we're going to build the base bits out of concrete. There you go. Alright, by the way, for all of you who wanted to know, if you press Alt and Z, you can get rid of the GUI. It's a cool little tip I heard about the other day. Right, I think the centre is that one. That kind of looks like the centre, don't want to forget that. Also, actually, I guess the seat is going to be somewhere in the centre as well, isn't it? It'll be off to one side, which is fine. But here's what I want to do. I want to hook up some controllers to what's down below. I think we're probably going to be rebuilding several parts of this, like several times over, because there's going to be a lot of stuff to it. Villager in MC says, I don't get the point of this game, please explain. You can build whatever your imagination wants to build. Like right now, I want to see if I can make a crane with the mechanics of what's available to us. So originally I was thinking about controlling these things with some buttons, and then I kind of realised that we could build a system similar to what we've done before. So let me explain. We want to turn this thing left and right, but we want to do it infinitely, right? So what we're going to do is control the controllers. So that's going to go all the way around there. Having that on fast probably isn't a good idea. Let's put it on slow. Actually, no, this was an experiment that I wanted to do. I just remembered. That one will go the opposite way, and we'll put it on slow as well. Okay, so eventually what we're going to do is hook up left and right on this thing to sensors that control like the buttons do. But for now, we can press 1. Aha. And we can press 2 to go the other way. Now you may have noticed there that it kind of stopped after a while. And the reason why is because I forgot to do this. I've got to put it on a loop. Okay, so now let's test it out. Right, so they're both on. Let's turn them both off. Okay, default position, we press 1. We turn off 1, we go back. Okay, so that's kind of what I... Oh, not that time though. It continued going all the way around. It's kind of what I expected to see actually. What we want to do is set this to fast and get it to go to like 15. And then that's as far as it can turn in increments of 15. So go to minus. And then we'll let it do its thing. Okay, are both of those off? They are. So we press 1. Are they both rotating and cancelling each other out at the moment? Minus 15. Also rotation is on. Plus 15, rotation is on. That is ready to work. Yeah, pressing the buttons. That doesn't make any sense. I can hear a little bit of buzzing going on. I wonder if they're both still spinning around trying to figure out... Oh, and it randomly starts moving. That was unexpected. Yeah, it must be undoing itself from where we had 360 still. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's try it now. So, we go that way, then we stop. Right, but you see it shuffle back a little bit? That's because it's going in increments of 15. So you have to leave it on for a certain amount and then it shuffles over a bit further. And then that one goes in the opposite direction. So this way we can make a 360 crane which we can kind of control and pick things up with and then move them to somewhere else. They are trying to go to the default position, says Fabio. Absolutely, yeah, that's what we've established. Because we've got loop on though, the default position is going to be, you know, different. So we're going to make this thing go, I reckon, in increments of 5. But then that makes it a third of the speed. We've got another noise in my ear here. It's Folks23 resubscribing for 10 months in a row. Thank you so much for the epics. Why did that start moving? For the epic support, Folks, as always. Thank you, and I hope you're having a good time watching today's stream. That was really weird. It shouldn't have done that. Maybe when we change this, it pushes it all the way back to the default. So we'll wait here for a moment. Let's have a sip of tea again. Alright, this thing's taking its time, isn't it? That really is taking its time. So I'm wondering if stacking a few of them on top of each other would make it a little bit faster. Probably would. This thing could probably do with being higher. So now the increments that it turns in are relatively fine, which is good. But I think we want to make this thing higher, and I think we'll take the opportunity to make it turn a little bit faster as well. But now it's what? Oh, I left one of them on, did I? That makes sense, actually. Alright, turn it off and it'll go back to the default position. So this can be the base of this thing, and this can be the bit that sits on top. That's fine. We need to figure out a few more things here. Yeah, I want to make this whole thing a little bit bigger at the base, basically. Mimble, I do have my tea. I'm glad you've got yours. I'm going to enjoy this tea. So for the base, I think we should find a few materials. Oh, we definitely need some step-ups. So we'll probably go with orange materials. Or maybe some of these ones would look good down there. Like we could have like rails on the ground. Like that all the way around. Something like that could work, I think. And then on one side we'll have those little step-ups to get into the middle. But we don't want to worry about that too much now. Let's think about everything else that needs to go into this. So we're going to have a seat somewhere in the middle, and then we need a crane to go out. And this crane needs to do multiple things. How we get it to do those multiple things, I don't know. Okay, so multiple thing number 1. We're going to need a controller here. Actually, I want that to be the default position. So we want it to be angled, that's fine. But we want to be able to manipulate that angle. And we might have to use the same system again. Like to raise and lower it. Make the crane with pipes, says Captain Shanks. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Multiple input connector needed. Nice, says Fabio. Yes. Yeah, we might have to do that again. Why don't you raise it up and put those stairs you had on the duo rail? Maybe. We'll raise it up. We're just figuring out the mechanics first. So we need to achieve a fair few things with this. So, like, we could, with that alone, we could sort of manipulate height and distance a little bit. But whatever we do, I think we're going to end up using these systems where we want to adjust this ever so slightly. Now, we've got left and right, well, we will have left and right done by turning. That's a no-brainer. But then, either we could have multiple seats, which would look a little bit odd, or we use buttons. So we press 1 and 2 to manipulate this one up and down, 1 and 2 to manipulate that one back and forth, something like that. Discreet Banana says, build it sturdy or it'll break later. Things don't break in this game. They don't break at all. You can make it have an arm like an excavator, yes. Well, I'm trying to suss out, you know, what do we need? With the 2 of these alone, we can have a max distance if they're both stretched out. In fact, you could kind of picture it like a little bit like there's max distance. It's going to be like a circle shape reaching up for the area of things that you can grab. But then we'll also want to have like a claw on the end of it, right? Oh, no, not that. Like we want some sort of claw for grabbing things over here, and I don't know how we're going to add that as well. This is my attempt at adding a very crude claw. There you go. You should use an engine instead of a controller. Interesting idea. Let's investigate that. That's a very cool idea. So, with the engine... Got a noise in my ear. It's a donation from Saber Gaming saying... And we've got another one here as well. Saber Gaming saying, I'm sorry to ask, but my credit card gets rejected on Patreon for no real reason. I'm wondering if you could add me this month to the server. If not, I don't blame you. Saber, I will investigate that, and I'm sure it won't be a problem. So, yeah, don't you worry about it. I'll figure it out and get back to you. And as always, thank you for the donation. Hope you're having a good time watching today's stream. And Fulks has also donated. Fulks, what happened to your budget? And we've got another noise in my ear. I think that was Fulks right there, saying 10-month celebration. I'm having some tea. Well, I hope you enjoy the tea. I'm enjoying mine. That reminds me to have another sip. As always, thank you for the support, and I hope you have a good time with today's stream. I think this this engine idea is good. Also, Crash says that we should try the electric engine. It's more suited for what we're doing. Okay, let's give that a try as well. First of all, I'd like to just... If we hook up a bearing to here, it's left and right automatically. If we have a bearing that, let's say, got a wheel on it, but because I am lazy, that's our wheel. That's the best wheel you've ever seen, and we're going to connect it to the engine. Now that's now controlled with back and forwards, isn't it? So if we sit here... Oh, that's a little bit too fast, isn't it? Let's go with the second one up. That's still a bit too fast. Maybe it's the amount of weight that it's trying to manipulate. Okay, now the problem with that is although it goes back and forth and it spins, it doesn't stop immediately, so it's not suitable for what we're doing, technically. So let's try this one, which I think is naturally slower. So electric engine. Ooh, look at that. Instant stop, a lot slower, a lot more precise. Let's find out how that behaves with a higher speed. Instant stop. Excellent. Yes, we will use the electric engine. Okay, so we've now freed up left and right to do something else if we want to use that for backwards and forwards. I also want to try it on the top one and just see if it instant stops. It kind of does, look. It's kind of designed to instantly stop. I very much like that. Go as fast as you can. Alright, so we're no longer going to use that down there. We're going to use an electric engine. That's cool. So backwards and forwards are going to move us around. So left and right are now free to do something else. What's this? I wish mine was that big. Says, sorry I'm late. There was... Oh wait, I see. I see. It's a bit of a dirty one. Never mind. I won't read that. Okay. Oh my god, your head is still going flying when you get in the chair. Is it? My head. Oh god, yeah. I haven't really... Oh wow, that was a whole body thing there. I want to get some instant replay on this and slow it down. Actually, I want to do that. I'm putting a note on my desktop. Oh, then no, I did that wrong, didn't I? Instant replay getting in chair. Yeah, because that looked extremely funny. I want to see that in slow motion. Space Kitty says, have you ever heard of the game Undertale? You don't have to play it, but it would be nice. People keep recommending it to me. I've looked at it a couple of times. It doesn't look like something that would appeal to me, but people seem to certainly like it. Can we not nudge that? Apparently not. We could whack it with our hammer, though. Right, so left and right, we don't know what it's doing. But now we want to think about this thing. So one of the things we'll want to do is extend it. Yes, we'll definitely want to extend it. I'm just wondering about ways that we can do this. Oh, we've got another noise in my ear here, going crazy today. A block in the stars, another donation saying, and a donation from me as well. Hope you enjoy. Thank you so much, as always, for the support, buddy. Do appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time watching today's stream. We're building a crane, and I don't know what to do for this next bit. I am a little bit puzzled. I think I had a little bit of an idea, and now it's sort of gone. Let's build something over here, because I think it's going to get messy. If we had something like this, with a thing on top, if I could build the thing. Maybe not this sort of tight angled. Oh dear, oh dear. Building over there now. Let's plop down the lift. I can't click on it. There we go, right. So we have something like that. Then back here we're going to have, let's see, we'll have one. Oh, I've already instantly, well actually I haven't technically put it in the wrong place. We can do that. Okay, and then something that's hoisted forward like that. Now we need a controller, which is going to... Oh yeah, it's not part of the same structure. I can already see this going a little bit wrong. Let's bump that up a little bit. Nope, too high. I reckon we need it on about 10. Right, and then the first one wants to go back a little bit. Maybe not. Let's flip that. Oh dear. That looks like... Well, that's a bit of a mess up. Let's remove that bit here. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure this is going to work. X, you can build the actual crane like the ones in the arcade machines that wins prizes with multiple bearings and knuckles to grab stuff. Yeah, that's what we're going for. We're trying to build a crane. Okay. Another donation here. Nobby says, I think it's February because my money is being drawn to you. Okay. Alright, I don't know why February is special for that, but thank you as always, Nobby. Hope you have a good time watching today's stream. You're an engineer. Maybe you got some ideas for this. I think we want to make this one here slack now that it's through. That looks right. And I think we need to do something else here as well. And that would be to manipulate. Right, electric engine plus driver's seat to that thing. I mean, we wouldn't do it with a driver's seat, right? Because we've already used one of those. Okay, and default it's bottom. Forwards and backwards. Right, so that's sort of extending, but look, we also go up and down, so that's not quite what we're looking for. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. I think we're on the right track, but we've got to do something different here. Let's pull this over here. Hi. Looks like a crane. Dragon, that's because it is a crane. Extend it like your forklift. Maybe. Maybe. It needs to be a little bit more flexible than that. I think... Oh, sometimes I wish you could just fly up a little bit. That's all I want to do. Right, if we create something here... Okay, that's good. Stay there for the moment. This is going to fall off so quick, now that I think about it. What if we have two of these things? I'm already starting to feel a little bit confused. Actually, this won't work because it's not anchored to the ground. Redstone Freak says, just joined, have a good stream. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I thought I was a little bit more prepared than this. I had an idea earlier and it won't come back to me as to how to do this. So, I think what we're going to do is come back here. Right, we're going to need a bearing, I think. So I can go left and right. And what we're not going to do... Oh, I can't quite figure out how it's done. Dragon says, need some rope and cable. Yeah, something like that. So, if we have something going out like this in a straight line, then if there's two bearings and we move them at the correct rate, it could technically keep its same angle. I'm not sure if we even want it to do that. Nobby says you'll need to use a 2 system to make the crane push and go down. I'm not even sure what a 2 system is. If I think about it a little bit differently than what we're doing here, let's get rid of this thing actually. I don't think we need it. Let's go and make this longer. Bam, so it's fairly big. This will be controlled by a controller, I think. Actually, I'm not sure what will control that. Okay, now I kind of need it to be on an angle. Okay, except go the opposite way. That would be more convenient for us. Right. So it's pointing out like that. And then we kind of want to put a bearing here. I think. And then it needs a bearing on the other side. Let's connect that up so it stays together. Okay, I think in order to make this work the way I want it to, we're going to have to connect that up again, drop it down a little bit, and then have another bearing there. This isn't going to add much distance though, I kind of pictured it adding more. So it's going in a straight line, right, and then if 2 and 3 change slightly, so let's say 2 goes out by the same amount as 3. I think actually that makes sense. Let's go for 45. Then, right, we need a button to power it. Let's press E. Right, did it extend in a straight line? I'm not sure. Also, I think I picked the wrong 2 bearings. Oh, there's 3 of them, isn't there? So not 2 and 3. 3 and 4 is what I was looking at. Let's try that. Well, that certainly isn't the solution. Maybe we do need all three of them. And maybe that needs to be flipped. Maybe it needs to stay the same. This isn't going quite how I planned. But that sort of looks a little bit on the right path. How do we just make something that straight out extends? Yancy just says pistons. Yeah, I kind of made a piston already, didn't I, on another world? That might be what we need to use. The problem is that we also want to make it extendable bit by bit. Use tyres to extend that out to the arm, but tyres have such a small distance. They'll only be able to go the distance of the tyre extra, like from one side to the other. So it's not going to extend very far at all. A lot of people still asking what we're making. We're making a crane. Nugget says caterpillar system, maybe. A lot of people are asking about playing other games. I'm only going to be playing Scrap Mechanic at the moment. Right. Got to come up with an idea here. I really should have thought this through a bit more. I had a whiff of an idea and I thought it was enough. Anyway, let's say we'd sussed out how to make that extend. Then we've got something dangling down. I think we need to control that a little bit, and then we need a claw mechanism as well. Jan again says use pistons. I got your message the first time. It's not that simple. Well, it might be, but we've got to make it a bit different from a regular piston. And again, more requests to play games. I'm just playing Scrap Mechanic. Make an X pattern to stop it from flying. I don't think we have to worry about anything flying. It's all fixed to the ground. Let's try this again. So let's say we're going to make a piston. We've done this before, but we have to make it a bit different this time. Oh, this is going to be really difficult. Okay, let's go into a different world because I'm trying to remember it. Trying to remember it different. What world is it in? What world is it in? It's probably in one of the really old ones, like X's world. Or maybe... Oh my god, we're going to be looking for old worlds for it now. Littlest Enderman is here with a donation saying, I'm also Littlest Donation Man today. Things are a bit tight for me, but I still want to support you in the stream. Thanks as always for having great ones. No problem, buddy. As always, thank you for the support. If you're feeling the pinch, you don't have to donate. It's really not required. It helps, but you know it's not essential. So thank you as always, though. I hope you have a good time watching the stream, buddy. This is not the world. Now we're going to go through all of them one by one until we find the right one. Fold out car. I don't think that's it. Gates might be on that one actually. That sounds familiar. Apparently the donation bar broke. It does that so often. It's infuriating. It's not this world. Let's load again. Fold out car. Spider car. Star Trek door. It might be in one of these Star Trek ones actually. Why does the piston have to be different? Because it cannot function... No, it's not this one. It cannot function in the normal way that a piston does because of what we're using it for. So it might be in this one, the one with the double space. This looks like the world, and here's our piston. Right, so that looks like what we want to make, right? Except I think this overcomplicates things. I think it's possible to make it with less than that. Didn't we make it with less? We made some of these things. These might be a better example. Bam, that one's made with 3. How many is this one made with? Who can tell me, is it possible to do this? Whoa. That's a little bit strange, isn't it? Can anyone tell me, is it possible... What's going on over here? Calm down. Oh, it looks like this one broke. Yeah, things can break when you load the world, it's silly. Can anyone tell me if it's possible to do it with less than 3? Anyway, what we'll do is we'll make a little thing right here. What we're going to do is going to be really difficult to pull off, I think. But we'll give it our best shot. Okay, so all of you can understand why I'm a little bit in and ahhing about this. Right, we're going to start off with one of these, which is going to go to its own controller because it's going to be... so many things are going to need this double jointed system. It's going to be nuts. I think we might run out of options soon. Okay, so we actually need 2 bearings connected to one controller there. No, 2 bearings connected to individual controllers, right. So we can go backwards and forwards. Or up and down even in this case. Man, what is going on over there? No. It is annoying. Alright, okay, so the first 2 bearings here are irrelevant to what we see over here. But then we have a group of 4. So we're going to make a group of 8. Okay, and the first, I mean, they all just extend, don't they? So 1, 2. We'll probably make them in the extended position, and we'll make it a little bit bigger as well. Wait a minute, that's got to be on 2 bearings. Okay, so first one's on 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make it 4 long, and apparently we're making it out of a different material now. Okay, so 1 and 2. Oh, wait, what? Didn't I just add an extra bearing? Let's try that again. Okay, now these are going to be split into groups of 4, and like this, they're going to be controlled by 2 lots of controllers. And the first one will always be like that, and then that one will be the first as well. Right, that's looking confusing so far, but it's making sense. So next thing is to have another 2. Then we have 4 like that. Okay, these go first one and second one. And already this thing has gotten crazy big. We'll have to investigate and see if we can make it smaller once we made one of them. Okay, and again, let's have a look. First one, second one. Oh, don't go down there. I'm caught on something now. Whatever this thing is, it can go. It can get out of here. Skedaddle. See you later. Okay, did we get 2 bearings in? We did. Okay, and there's our extension. So the distance of these, though, is going to define the distance of the crane. I don't think this is going to be suitable, but we'll go through with it and see if we can make it do its thing. So, first one, second one on the right. Okay, now what we need to do is copy the setup here to some extent. But I think... that was silly. Let's leave the first one how it is. The second one goes the opposite way. So does the third. So does the fourth. So since it's the opposite direction, let's change the first ones. It's actually just those 2 I want to change. Okay, now we gotta copy this. So all of them are plus 180. That makes life easy. On this one, we're gonna go all 180, and on the other one, we go all negative 180. No, we don't. No, we don't. I'm doing it wrong. This is so tricky. We have to go 10 on each. Let's go with increments of 10, and then we have to loop it as well. And the thing is that we need 2 inputs. Oh no, we don't need them to activate at the same time. Actually, no, that's fine. Okay, 10, 10, 10. Extra, making it complicated. Just add 2 extra bars, put 3 bearings. The reason I'm making it complicated is because it is complicated. I don't think there's a simple way to do this. If anyone's got a simple way, feel free to tell me. I can't think of how to make this. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking, no, this has got like big flaws of it. So let's turn. They're extended by default, so we've got to retract. So let's. Right, so already we can see the bearings aren't right. The end ones are the wrong way around, but that's easily fixable. And now they're going to go a bit silly for a moment until it flips out. Come on. Flip back the correct way already. I know why it won't, because it's looped. Right, so turned it off. We have to unloop it, which means it should go back into the correct position, and it's doing it at an extremely slow rate, which doesn't quite make sense because it's on fast. Maybe it'll unsort itself in a second. No, it didn't, did it? Did I manage to flip them correctly? I think I did. Right. There we go. Right, and then it stopped because of that. Right, so if you want to extend a certain distance, that's doing it, and then stop, we want to hold it there. No, actually, you want to extend it a little bit further. Oh, I've just realised something here, though. It's not working quite how I thought it would, because this just simply retracts. Right? But then it stops. Now, it only goes one way. However, when it finishes retracting, does it extend again? Because it's looped. I've got a feeling it will hit the ground and break. Yeah, because that's going to continue going in that direction. So you can pull it in the whole way, and you can stop it, and then you can extend it again. That actually works a little bit better than I thought it would. So that is essentially one way of doing it. But can anyone think of a more compact way of making this thing work? Yeah, because that'll do it. That'll extend it outwards, but then we have this big old bulky thing to deal with. I guess one thing we could do to make it a little bit smaller is each time it comes over, like this could curl back there, and the next one could start from this bit. So we could make it, I think, 1 block wider than this. Yikes. Fulk says, Assumer, the emotes have been stolen by some Git. That's because we got new emotes and they're still probably being approved. Didn't get an email back from Twitch yet, so I don't think they've approved them. Vdank says, why do you have those middle blocks? So that we can manipulate it in both directions, right? We can say we want it to fully extend, and most notably it's going to then go the wrong direction when it reaches that point, and we can get it to extend this way as well. Use a button so you can control it easier. We are actually using 2 buttons to control it. X, is it possible to use tyres to move the arm in and out as your first door? Oh, I see. That's very clever, Flo. Someone suggested that earlier and I didn't like the idea too much. Now that we know about using the electric wheel, that might be a good idea. But this is really cool. Who likes this? Hand up in chat if you like this. I think this is cool. It's a little bit... Well, actually, it works perfectly, but it can go over itself. So if this was hooked up to like a better system, maybe you could have detectors to detect when it's over rotated and shut this down or something along those lines. That's definitely possible with logic, and that sounds like a little project that we could do sometime. Lots of hands up in chat. Thank you, everyone. I think we're going to go with the wheel because the wheel seems like a much simpler and more effective way of doing it. The only problem is we need to control the wheels with an electric engine, and that might be a little bit tricky because that uses backwards and forwards, which is what we were going to use to turn originally. Maybe we won't do it like that. You're using switches, not buttons. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, how would a button help? It would be... Yeah, you're right. So if it was a button, yeah, I get ya. You don't have to press it twice, got ya. Alright, so to improve this little thing here, which is something we'll do at another time, we'll use buttons. Since we're not going to use this, very likely, I'm going to write down the ideas somehow. And we will make compact. Oh. There's no way I can make little notes using blocks. But I will... I'm just gonna add like a big stick, so when I look at it, hopefully I go, why is that big thing there? And then I'll go, oh, I remember, it's because we were streaming and I had an idea. Right, so we're going to add that, and then we're also going to add detectors and an override system. So I'm going to put the detectors down below, which is one place where they would effectively come in useful. So to explain that little bit to you, let's say, which way are we going here? Yeah, let's say we're extending like this, and then we go too far. We want those detectors to kick in. So the next thing that's going to happen is they're going to go down, like these bits are going to lower. So we want detectors there, and we want detectors behind them as well. So then we'll have like an override system. But that's something I'll do another day. Yeah. Right, so now we're going to go back to the other world, and we're going to try it with the wheels. Also, I had a noise in my ear. Crane, that's the world. Kiki66666YT has subscribed. Thank you for your subscription, Kiki66666YT. Do appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time watching today's stream. Thank you for the epic support. By the way, we unlocked 2 new emoticons when the other ones have unlocked or been approved. First of all, 2 more after 125 subscribers, which is a crazy goal. Something we're not going to reach anytime soon, but I wanted to put a little like sub goal meter on the screen, and over time hopefully we'll make our way to unlocking like the next 2, because we've got a pack of 12 icons made. If you go have a look at below the video itself at the Twitch page, you can see all the emoticons there. They're really cool. Oh yes, so new subscribers and resubscribers, Extreme UHC and Discord app chat are available to you if you want to go check them out. Okay, let's have a look. We've got the electric engine. We've already got that selected, and then we've got the wheels. Let's put a wheel down there, and let's build something over here. So we'll build a little thing like that. We'll put a wheel there. Actually, this little thing that I want to put like that, I'm going to do slightly different. Yeah, that's not quite right. Make it rain, got your message. I am the forgetful one, remember. I might not remember to do that. Right, so we need 2 wheels to make it go one way. Actually, no, the same 2 wheels to make it go forward and back, and then we need another 2 wheels somewhere. Okay, there we go, that's good. That's what we want. Alright, and then we need something to go between it. Now this thing that goes between, is that going to stay there? It is, amazing. What I want to do with this, and it falls out. Wasn't quick enough there. Let's try again. Okay, let's not put that one on. I'm getting a little bit lost in this. Oh, damn it. Right, now that's going to be disconnected and separated. So we will make this shape. Actually, yeah, it's going to go all the way across. And on this side as well. Actually, that means the whole thing's going to have to be quite like this shape. How far out do I want this thing to extend even? I don't even know. But hopefully we can make it work. Oh, how are you separated? Weird. Okay. So anyway, then we get... Oh! Got another noise in my ear. A donation here from Kiki666666 YouTube. YT. Whenever I see YT, I think YouTube. You can call me Kiki. And no improtant message. What's an improtant message? I am unsure. But thank you for the donation, and I can call you Kiki. Kiki is a lot easier than Kiki666666. Why so many sixes? Why not the traditional 3? That's what I want to know. Anyway, thank you for the support. Do appreciate the donation. I hope you have a good time watching today's stream. Let's hook this thing up and see if it does anything. So, oh, now that I wasn't expecting, and that's been disconnected. So this isn't part of that structure. We should. Oh, apparently it is. Maybe I didn't disconnect it somewhere. Anyway, if we disconnect... Aha! There you go. Something was off. Right, so now that's its own thing. We can do that and pick it up. Yep, there you go. Right, there sort of works a bit, doesn't it? I don't think this is that great. Is it me, or is there something missing in the middle? No, maybe it needs a little bit more momentum. Not so sure about that either. It doesn't want to move it. It's actually really odd. It's really tough on it. Any other ideas? The blocks are clipping. Yeah, they appear to be clipping, don't they? But that's unavoidable to some extent. Silent Crimes has just finished the 8080 vid. Awesome stuff, thank you. It took a long time to make that though. It's too heavy for the wheels, says Silit Manon. Use the electric engine. We are using the electric engine, are we not? No, we're not. Let's do that then. Let's use the electric engine. Which is slower, I think, technically. They are all going the same direction, so don't worry about that. Right, let's turn this thing all the way up. Whoa! Whoa! Electric engine, much more efficient. But it's very glitchy, isn't it? Very, very glitchy. Some of you are saying to flip the rotation. Why? They're all pointing in the same direction. Which is exactly what we want, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. We've done this before. That one catches me out. Right, let's turn down the power of the engine a little bit then. Yeah, look at that. It's not very stable. It's wobbly. It's going to be a pain to implement. It's going to be big. That's not what we need. We need another way to do this crane thing. I think our original idea might have been pretty much it, really. I mean, do you really need too much more than that? Obviously, it'd be a fair bit bigger. Put springs on the wheels so they push hard for better grip. Either way, it's still quite big. Apparently, I missed a rotation. Yeah, I did, didn't I? It's a little bit smoother now. Springs on the wheel might help. Let's try some springs on the top wheel then. Oh. So where that can go. Uh-oh, it might have like moved over a little bit now and be out of place. Is that going to work? That appears to be okay. We can put it in like that. Sumo, I know it's not the same concept, but instead of extendable crane, why not make the drivable crane? Because I wanted to make the... Wait, what? Like, the crane that I'm making is supposed to be a particular type of crane. I've got an idea, I just need to make it work, you know? That makes it a fair bit smoother, you know? But again, the size of it is just so big for what I had in mind. I think we just need to stick with something like this. which is why I really liked the idea that we had before. So we can control these with a motor though, can't we? Right, and then does it take a position, or is it just stuck with whatever? Doesn't really appear to take a position. Wow. But now it does. Now it appears to take and hold a position, which means electric engines could be good for this. Give you that quick, precise... Obviously we configure them differently, but they allow us to just press back and forwards, which is alright if you're not using that for anything else. So if we were to use left and right to turn the thing, which we know how to do, look, when this collides with other blocks it's going to be finicky. So can we control an engine with a button? Or a switch? Probably not. No. What if that's not connected? Oh, apparently we can. Right, but then it's going to go... It's just going to be in one direction, so you'd need a double bearing thing again. So you're going back to double bearings. You can make buttons go backwards and forwards, says Jacob. How? Please explain. Let's try it with a button then. That sounds interesting. Like, are we talking about making it go as in the same way I've already done, with double joints? Maybe double joints wouldn't be so bad then. Let's try this with double joints. Let's try and make it look a little bit more like what the end thing might be. I guess it's not going to be as accurate as with a controller. I mean, if we do it with the engine, it's going to be the same as program it with a controller. So, first double joint will be here. Then we have the arm of the whole thing. And then double joint here. What are you making, says Jake Plays. We're making a crane, and it's proving to be rather difficult. Because I didn't really... excuse me, didn't really think everything through too much. So we're going to end up with like a massive amount of engines if we do this, aren't we? Let's stack up a bunch of engines. This is kind of ridiculous already. So bottom one can go to that because we don't want that one on it. Right, so one goes one way, one goes the other. Then off to the next one. One goes one way, one goes the other. Right, and now we need the buttons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hook them up like this. 3, 4, 5 and 6 they're going to be called. And then all of those over to these. Alright, so let's have a look. That's not what I expected. Oh, they're all off. Normally they're like on the first one at least by default, aren't they? Oh well, that makes sense. Let's put them all up by one. Oh, that one's already up. Okay, let's try again then. Aha! Oh look, it's losing, it's falling down slightly. That's not good. But that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? So maybe we have to do that with controllers. Ah! Not what I wanted to do. So now I'm just wondering, is there a way we can make this extend? There must be a way to make it extend in and out, and then we could do it easily. TVN Ready says put them to full. I'm not going to do that. Look, the weight of it's pulling it down, so that's unreliable. That means we've got to use bearings over engines. Sorry, controllers. Don't power all the joint. Use a parallelogram to construction to move upper arm. What is a parallelogram? Let's have a search of that. Where are the engineers? Where are the engineers when you need them? Mumbles, welcome to chat, my friends. In Euclidean geometry, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. The opposing or facing sides of a parallelogram are of equal length to the opposite angles. Right, they are. I'm not sure what that means. Can anyone tell me? Does it collide with your platform? This little arm probably does a little bit, but I think it's the weight that's pulling it down. The engine works differently from a controller. It's not going to hold it. Snake says make a counterbalance. I don't think that's needed. It's not what we're trying to do here. Look at some pictures, says Ouija Ben. What, of cranes? Or parallelograms? Because I looked at the parallelogram and it was just like, okay, it's a shape. But how do I use it? Oh, okay, it's a drunk rectangle. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean. I'm not really sure how that would help. But if we build the parallelogram, we've got the exact same thing we have right now, because we can just only move two things like this. It just means it could be at the same height, which is not what we're after. The arm is too heavy. Irrelevant. We can use controllers. I feel like a lot of you aren't like getting what I'm saying. Is that this crane can only lift like these 2 points, which means it's got a limited range. Like if you wanna, let's jump on this thing. Like in order to, why have we spun over there? Let's go back. Oh, we're stuck here now. So if you want to go like, this is going to be tricky. How do I, there. Like if I want to go and pick something up that's just in front of that arm, I've got to go forward and lift that one, like that. As opposed to something else. Use a controller on loop with a button. X, a crane how it is actually going to lift it. It doesn't join or anything. I'm waiting for you to have slow mode up to 2 minutes. Nightbot, Asuma, drink your tea. Thanks for the reminder there. A rectangle's parallelogram, but a drunk rectangle is kind of way to explain it. X, do you like cats? Mine is sitting on my laptop purring away. Do you have any pets? I don't have any pets. I like cats though. Cats are cool. Make another short extender at the end, says Your Nightmare. Possibly, if they were hooked up to the same thing, it might cancel out the difference, but I don't know the mathematics behind that. I'm going to type crane. I'm going to look on Google and look for examples, because this isn't making much sense to me. Like a lot of cranes here appear to have, yeah, they appear to have cables. Actually, it looks like the cable goes up and down, and then you control a single arm to move out, so you can drop it into the place you want. Really, really wish I'd have figured this out before I started streaming. I apologise, everyone. I did not mean for it to be this sluggish figuring it out. There are some cool designs here though, but all of them seem to use like pulleys and ropes, which is what we don't have. Maybe I'm gonna have to just give in and build it like this. Oh, there's a bit of an idea there. That wouldn't work. Asuma, use an example of a parallelogram. Cranes are desk lamps. Desk lamps. Is that going to give me a parallelogram? X, you know the grabbers that look like a bunch of X's, use something like that. Corey, we haven't even got to that bit yet. We're still trying to define the crane. I am wondering. Potato Acid says, can someone explain double joints to me? It means a joint that goes in both directions. You can make a chain and use that for up and down. Falling Babies, how do we make a chain in this game? Also, the noise of this thing is starting to annoy me. Mumble says, so what exactly are we stuck on? The crane, we can't make... I can't figure out a way to make a crane that extends outwards. Like, you know, just like out. Like straight outwards. Basically, use two booms. One to work upwards motion and one to control the other downwards. There is music this stream. You should be able to hear it. It's playing. I can hear it. Man, that engine is going crazy at the moment, isn't it? Try wheels on all four sides of the arm. We tried that over here. And I wasn't a fan of how much space it was going to take up. A Z-shaped crane. Interesting idea. Oh, yes. Oh, no, that's the one. That makes sense to me. The Z shape. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, right. So, let's do this with a platform. Because I think the bearing at the bottom of the Z might be important too. Okay, so there's a good suggestion. So we have the bottom of the Z, and then this bit. So where's our controller? I think we're going to run into the same problem again, because the controller... this is the same problem each time, actually. It's because you need double joints. Otherwise, I guess we could do that if this one made sense. Anyway, let's program joint number 2 to go by 45. Oh, I've done the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. So then that comes out to like here. And then it goes across like that. So that is going to be also forward by 45. Now when we go forward, it's going to go up, is the problem. Some of you are saying scissor lift now. People are saying over and over again scissor lift in chat. Scissor lift. Let's have a look. A scissor lift, yeah, might work. Again, we run into the same... That thing is making some noise. The same problem, though. Every single time. CJ Whitman says, face farming so hard. You just need a piston for the arm length and a piston for up and down. You can face palm all you want. We've been over this already. Let's go into the world with the piston arm. Where is it? This thing over here, which is doing something. Oh, it breaks when you open the world because of this thing, probably. Well, if this thing figures itself out, like it gets massive so quickly. My God. Yikes. Okay, it looks like it's sorting itself out. Maybe we should go ahead and build this. It would be massive though, and it would like really extend off the side of the crane, which would look a bit silly. Zul'jin has 2 videos on scrap mechanic cranes. Let's go have a look at Zul'jin then. Because I am having a nightmare with this. Videos or playlists actually. Scrap mechanic. There's a crane there. Let's have a look at what we've done. Also mute. Well, I'm just watching his video, by the way. Interesting. Let's see what he's done so far. Kind of looks like he's gone for... Oh, we're in the wrong world. Kind of looks like he's just done this thing. Right here. Basically. Like just having two arms, which... Maybe it's not all that bad then. I don't know, I thought having two arms would be really... Captain Shark says use cables. We don't have cables in this game. Right, let's... oh god, yeah, let's knock those out. Let's start again. I'm going to leave that... actually no, this is in the middle. I wanted to build here. Let's start again. That's right, drop down there. Why is this thing still spinning? It must be done by a controller, this bit. Okay, so... we can have forwards and backwards for something. And left and right for turning. I think we'll put forward and backwards on the one here. Although actually no, that's going to... that needs controllers. They both need sets of control. I don't know what forward and backwards is going to do. Nutella says you can make your piston go in and out. Yes, we just built one of those. Problem is it just takes up a massive amount of space, which is not what I was going for here. Why is that thing still turning? Right, I reckon we should go for the controllers to do backwards and forwards on the bearings. Patrick says, read my previous message please. I mean, chat's fast, I'll have a quick look. And I don't see it. Use two bearings, 2 spaces apart, connect 2 long beams, and apparently that message was deleted. That's... Can you post that again please? That's odd. Let's have a look. Apparently Zuljim made a rope with bearings. Interesting. I think I know what you mean now by a rope with bearings. Two bearings, 2 spaces apart. I'm really not... I'm really starting to not understand my own idea anymore. Use a chain. Use 2 arms, have them on the same controller, opposite bearing. That's what we've been doing all stream, Corey. I'm sure of it. Yep, falling babies, I got the message. You can make a 4-wide platform for the arm, for the up and down movement, and put the pistons spread across the platform. I don't understand. For anyone who doesn't... I don't think I can explain it to anyone. I can't make the crane the way I wanted it to work, is the problem. And all these other ones aren't quite what I was actually trying to do. Villager MC, I'm streaming, so I can't do that. Take a walk on the mini AT-AT, it'll clear your thoughts. Maybe ×3 that I want to see it again. Yeah, that's good. I don't want to... trying to think about how to use the train is just confusing me at the moment. Let's build the base for this thing. What did I say I was going to use? I was going to have some of this. And some step up. Let's throw in a few of those as well. And actually those things will probably look good. It just kind of occurred to me though, when you rotate it, it gets bigger than what it's on. So we should probably make this all a little bit bigger. Do you want an extendable boom? Did you want? Says Canada Fly Guy. Yes, that sounds like what I was trying to build actually. Because the other types of cranes that I've been looking at, they don't have the same like range. Like you can sort of go out, but then you have to go down as well. If you go out, you go down, which wasn't what I was trying to do. Which means you need a piston, and then the piston's absolutely massive. You know, I'm trying to make something that looks interesting and cool as well as being functional, which is, you know, always a balance. But let's put these the whole way around. Why do you need 2 bearings at the base, says Renner? To go in both directions, left and right. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And if we have one of those and one of those, we get exactly the right gap in the middle. Awesome. So when in doubt, just do the aesthetics. Until someone can help us out. Cap and Shank, I don't want to use chains because I don't understand how they work. Like, I might end up doing something silly then. Oops, right, there we go. Okay, so on this side we're going to have this, which is odd. So I think we'll put one in one corner, and on the opposite side we'll do one in the other as the way to get... Actually, we don't want to do it exactly opposite, we want to do it like there. And that on this side, let's plop down all of these as well. I say just use 2 arms, X. It might not be what you want, but it works, I guess. Corey, you're probably right. I wish I'd have just gone with it earlier instead of wasting all this time trying to faff around. I mean, when I thought about it earlier, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today because it's like my not stream day. But then I thought, no, we're going to do this. We're going to make the crane like that, and then I can finish it. So we need to get something done, otherwise it'd be very unproductive. So I'm just going to start building this. Hopefully it'll all make sense. What are chains, says Miss Lou. I think chains are made with bearings, basically. Just make a prototype. Dirk, I can't really make a prototype. I need to, like, suss things out and make the full thing with my time. That's how I do it. Right, bam, like that. Looks pretty good. So now we need something to fill up this little gap. And actually, what will go on this one here? Right, so actually we'll push it over by 1. And over there, that can go there. Which means it's practically in the corner. Oh, we've got a gap or 2 on that side and 1 there. What if that were upwards? Probably going to look a bit odd, isn't it? Actually, do you know what? I think I'll put the steps on the outside of this, otherwise it's going to look really bizarre. Triker says, I really want to post a tutorial to Zul'jin's crane. I've already looked at it. I looked at it a moment ago. It's exactly what I've been trying to avoid doing. Let's have a read of the thing here in my ear, the noise in my ear. Ponybutts saying, had a message, but I've forgotten what it was. Something about designs for things. Anyway, take my money. Thank you for the donation, Ponybutts. I'll be interested to see what you're drawing today, if you are. As always, thank you for the donation. Do hope you have a good time watching today's stream. And what were we talking about? Yeah, Zul'jin's one is exactly what we were trying not to do, basically. I was trying to make one where the reach of the arm wouldn't be limited by the 2 movements it has. Like, it could go out at all directions, but I don't think anyone really understands what I'm saying, so I'm just going to leave it. We're just going to build this thing. Okay, so then we need to add our steps. You know, I think I might just put the steps on one side. And this thing, does it have any... Oh, wait, what way round are we rotated? Yikes, I've messed it up. Oh, that was it. Does this thing have any sort of middle? There you go, there's a middle of that. So that's where our steps will be. Which means these things go on the side. Probably want to place it on the side. Is it me, or is it doing anything but the one I want? Oh, look, when it goes to that one, it makes it awkward to place. Interesting. Maybe what we'll do then is... We've got another noise in my ear. It's CJ Whitman's. The piston extender you made before your monorail loader. It has large beams and a couple of bearings. Use 2 of those and you have a crane. You can make it go backwards for increased range on your axis. Well, thank you for the donation, buddy. I'm not sure I understand. The piston extender you made before your monorail. That's the one we were looking at earlier in the stream. I think. It has large beams and a couple of bearings. Use 2 of those and you have a crane. You can even make it go backwards for increased range on your axis. I really don't get it. I'm sorry, thank you for the donation, buddy. You know, you don't have to use donations for messages. I've been reading what you've been saying in chat, but I think it's very difficult to like get across what I'm trying to do. So I don't know. Anyway, let's try and build this thing. Oh look, see, it's being a pain. Ah, but now, now it's sort of let me place a bit of it. Weird. It's like it places at the base, but you can place it on the bit up top. Right, we're gonna have to crouch now. Anyway, let me know, CJ, if I should go back to the other world and look for it. Maybe it'll make sense if I see what it is you're talking about. Anyway, I want to make another thing clear, by the way. If anyone's like annoyed, I have learning difficulties. Like trying to suss this out is giving me a major headache right now. That might sound a bit bizarre, but when I can't figure things out for myself, like if something doesn't make sense to me and I can't make sense of it, it like gets infuriating, and I have trouble learning as it is. So I'm not trying to make anyone mad. It's just unless I understand it, I'm not going to be able to build anything really. So I'm just trying to like make sense of it in my head, which I can't seem to do. And I thought I'd made sense of it earlier. Anyway, this looks cool, doesn't it? I think it looks cool. Right. Just joined. What's X been doing? Failing miserably is what I've been doing. So now I'm just focusing on things that I can do, like a little bit of building. Oh no, they're the wrong way around. Like that. Jimmy Oda says, great stairs. Yeah, I'm following the sort of design that is like already in the game if you look at the blocks that are available. But yeah, they do look great, don't they? Very nice. So then you can go up here and get onto the thingy-wingy. I'm going to put one in for now. That'll do just fine. So we're going to have our 2 things to rotate. Ponybutt says, this song sounds familiar. Wasn't it in 450? Yes, it was. It's called Battle. And it was. I had so much fun making that one. That was really cool. Right, we're going to change the materials here in the... We're going to opt in for something cooler. I'm just wondering if we should go for a different material at the base, like some metal. And then on top. We agree with Fulks. What's Fulks say this time? Oh, Suma, you do amazing at your builds and the puzzle games you do. Don't let it get you down. I'm trying not to. I just get like I said, it's like a headache. It's like a migraine. I'm trying to let it go by doing some building now because I could see it happening. I was struggling to figuring it out, and then it was getting more and more annoying. and there you go. Bam. Right, that's definitely what we're going to have here. Oh, I put it on top of my bearing, didn't I? Bearing, where art thou? There you are. Okay, so the middle is... Oh yeah, I wanted to replace this. Let's do that. Oh, that got cancelled out. Yeah, let's do all of that. You can use the tyres like you did in the Star Wars door. Yeah, we already thought about doing that, and it looked just too big and bulky for what I had in mind. I wanted to do something nice and streamlined. I have a few requirements, basically. It's probably a bad thing, considering how fussy I am. Right. Nope, that one there would have been nice. Another one there. Right, and then we can build this area up top off of that. So I think we'll stick with the metal. And that appears to be like a whole block higher as well. You should look at the ATT in this. Sorry if my last message... who wants to see the ATT thing? Seems like a lot of you really liked it. It was cool. I spent so much time working on that. There's another thing that gave me some headaches. But I got there in the end. Right, this is going to be our middle bit of the crane. We might attach the actual crane itself to that bit, which would probably look really cool. The fact that this is higher is, well, actually, no, it doesn't really help the situation too much. I thought it did for a second there. Wait, why are you going that way? It does that sometimes. John Star says you actually made one. We made a small one. Like my main ambition, like, sort of failed a fair bit. But I think it's possible to build one. I don't have the time to do it all. It took me so long to like figure out how to make it walk, and then I need to redo all the animations again to make a bigger one. I'll have to see. I really do want to do it, but it's time consuming is the problem. Okay, we can't... That's annoying. It can't sort of pop straight back onto that one. Right, so these are going to be controlled by left and right, I think is what we decided. Going to use forward and backwards for something else. So in order to do left and right, we need a driver's seat and a bearing. We've got a bearing. Right, we don't know where this is going to go yet, but for now we'll do something temporary. So this driver's seat is going to have... seem to be clipping into nothing. Stop being able to move. Right. Driver's seat should be connected to that. Problem is, can we see that little thing? Yeah, we can. Right, it has a maximum. That's what I thought. So we can just put a sensor on either side. If I could pop in, that would be nice. Captain Pickless says I have 4GB on RAM and I'm getting low FPS on mod packs. If I upgrade to 16, will it be better? Captain, very unlikely. You know, Minecraft frames come from your CPU. What you should look at getting is more CPU power. The extra RAM really won't do anything. It depends what sort of mod pack you're playing as well. Actually, if you're playing a kitchen sink mod pack, then it'll probably help. But one of the big misconceptions in Minecraft is that adding more RAM helps, whereas in vanilla Minecraft especially, it actually slows the game down because it's only designed to use a certain amount of RAM, and then it has to shuffle through more RAM, and that's why you get some lag spikes if you have extra RAM attached to it. Let's try that. Wait a minute, won't it just both of them activate? Like, yeah, no, that's not how we do it. We have to do it with downwards facing ones, so yeah, like this. Let's. This is going to be a pain. No, wait, there needs to be one higher anyway. Do I need a good computer to play this as African Car? I think you do. Considering, like, I've got a beefy computer and I've seen some serious frame drops, so I'd say it's quite likely you will need a very good computer for it. Let's have a look, but I don't know 100%. I'm just guessing. That's it. Face downwards. Bam. Okay, so now we can detect turning in either direction. Had to build a hole in the ground to do that one. Oi! Oi! There you go, eventually. Someone else has suggested to Kaplan Pickless, try upgrading the GPU. Again, it's Minecraft, it's all based on CPU power. If you upgrade your GPU, you might get like an initial boost, but there's only so much the GPU can do for Minecraft. It's Java, it's all done through CPU power, so if you want better performance in Minecraft, you've got to upgrade your CPU, basically. Let's go and connect those to, oh my god, controllers? Yeah, controllers. Yeah, I remember how to set this up now. It's coming back to me. Yeah, we'll put one there. And we'll put one on the other side to make it look cool. Because we want it to look nice and cool. Bam. Alright, so they activate the controllers activate these. What happens if we steer left? We oh, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. We gotta tear up the ground again. Did one of those on the wrong side. Did it on the wrong side indeed. Okay, so like so. Gotta go down a little bit lower. Get into this gap. Ugh. Okay, there we go. And I've already forgotten which way it went. Left. No, that's right. So we want to turn to the right when we hit that side. Okay, right. So back to it. That needs to... Right, that needs... Oh, no. That needs to rotate green. And when we go this way... How did it just connect that? That makes no sense. That was very odd. That one needs to go green as well, but we switch it, right? So then these just need to be... let's go with increments of 5. No, 10. And then we put that on loop. And a loop. Have you listened to Dream Theater's new album? Not yet. I heard about it, but I haven't looked yet. Oh, I see. I must have dragged that connection off and put it on something else. Hey, there we go. And then we can go right as well. Excellent. So that's the turning system. Now we want to finish adding the platform, which we will do by trying not to invade this space too much. That being said, if I do that, I don't think that's the correct way to go about doing it. Yeah, because it clips out a little bit further over here. Let's give that a turn. No, I reckon it will work. Oh, that's where it will end as well. Right, so this bit could do with a little bit of a filling in of the platform there, which will look cool. Hey! We want to select. We don't want to drive. How do you do this precision thingy in the controller, says Lackloff. If you could ask your question again, maybe explain it a little different. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, precision thing, but I think I know. Are you on about how we can just turn it a little bit and then stop it? Because if that's what you mean, I can explain that to you. Bam. Okay, it's one block over, and then you start the transition. There we go. It's 2 blocks over. Ian says, I just came here and I have to leave. That's unfortunate, Ian. Thanks for coming by, though. Hope you have fun doing whatever it is you've got to go do. Okay. John Star says, if you have the same headset as EFO, how come your voice sounds kind of filtered? I no longer have the same headset as EFO. Everyone's got a different voice, basically. That's all I can say. What we could do is put this thing here, but I'm not sure if that looks ugly or not. I feel like that's not the one to go for. Also, it made that raise up a little bit, which is interesting. Or maybe that one. No, that's going to clip with something because it's very big. You ever going to try Ark again? Nah, probably not. I think by now I can't even put it on my computer. It's so big. Like the game is that big. I can't even put it on the computer. So no, not going to probably play that one again, unfortunately. Right, so that fits in there. How does it make it look down here? Sort of looks all right. Let's put in one on each corner then. That's cool. We're also going to want some beams that come out of here. Just wondering if we should... Oh yeah, we should totally use these. Like in each corner. Bam. Oh, that's cool. Right. Looking good. Looking good. I like it. I feel like there's a little gap where we should add something of this variety in. Let's try that. Maybe... let's just see what that does. Can you fit into that little gap? Oh. Oh, it's going that way, that's why. Hup, hup, hup. Feels like we almost can. Also, I did just ask someone to reply to me in chat. I didn't see their name go by. Let's have a quick scroll. Nope. I don't know. 3 of you in a row want to know what I'm building. We're building a crane. It's not a Ukraine. Ha! Country joke. Oh look, all but one. Wasn't expecting that. So something a little bit longer than that can fit into that gap. Which is that one. Maybe we'll try that one then. That'll probably work out pretty well. Nope. We need it to go... Oh, that one. I think that's it. Bam, there we go. That fills in the space nicely. Okay, who wants to talk about the Fine Bros? There's something I could talk about. That's been an interesting series of events. Oh, what have we got to do now? I've got to rotate it again, have I? And who hasn't heard about what's going on with them? That has been placed incorrectly. Does that mean this one has? Yeah. Wait a minute. Does it fill... It fills that gap. Oh, this is surprisingly annoying. I can't place it there. What's going on? It says no to this corner. What happened to Fine Bros? Go look at their channel. They Been losing subscribers. They're bleeding subscribers. They're hemorrhaging them. Left, right and centre. Yes, Fine Bros is a YouTube channel. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to... Yeah, like... Oh, that wasn't quite what I was going to do, but that's what I've done. I'll deal with it. Let's hop down there, put that there. Right, so can I place it from down here? No, not allowed to place it on this corner. Right, that's got one. Oh! Have I made it... Wait, what? How does it fit in? Oh, I know. This thing, look. Look, it's... Excuse me. Okay, right, so I know how to fix that now. Okay. For those of you that are going like, what? I like that. It's not a square shape. That was the problem. It wasn't a square shape. So now we should be able to fit one there. Bam, and here. Bam, there you go. Oh, except wrong way around. Yep. Right, there we go. All done. Let's get out of here. How do we get out of here? With a crane. No, with a crane, with a jump. With jump. We're jumping a thing. Oh, there we go, we did it. Right, good stuff. Cool. Okay, we've done that. So, it looks like people aren't too interested in talking about the Fine Bros, which is fair enough. Jags says the Fine Bros copyright thing is really not as bad as people make out. I think what it is it's what they do with it. It has the potential to be extremely bad. It kind of looks like it's going to be a bad thing as well, because it sounds like they're trying to exploit people to create content for them, which is like a terrible thing to do, really. T-Monkey says, why are the Fine Bros losing so many subs? They've announced that they want to set up a multi-channel network to allow people to create their videos, which they're also copyrighting their ideas. Like, they will own a certain type of branding for reaction videos. You will not be able to name a video, you know, Elders React without their permission. And they're talking about it in a sort of nice way, but they've sort of gone about doing everything in a very corporate and very greedy kind of way, which is it's a really like weird situation. I mean, even in their video, they say that they're like a genuine company. They don't want to be like a big corporation or anything. Yet they're going and doing what the corporations do and copywriting their ideas and trying to, you know, take that freedom of the idea away from people. Right, so we have built a lovely, amazing platform. Who likes the lovely, amazing platform? Who thinks it's amazing and lovely? I think it's pretty cool. I think the base for our crane, whatever it will be, will go right here in the middle in the form of that. Is that actually, yeah, that's nicely centered, isn't it? And then we'll put the crane on top of it. Villager and MC says, no offense, but asking for the trademark in the fudging word react is stupid. I agree. I think copyright in general is not a great thing. I think it's kind of essential for capitalism to have it. And actually, I think there probably is like genuinely good reasons to have copyright here and there. But it's definitely exploited. It's definitely been used to unfair advantage for particular people. And what they're doing, I think, is an unfair use of it. How... Like, you can't copyright an idea. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it's cool. Anyway, I'm going to change these ones over here. I don't think we want to have this too big. We went with that one. Let's go with the next one down. And let's also grab this handy block. I also want that one. I've still got it on my hotbar. That's good. Because what we're going to do is connect it like this. And maybe one of those will... Let's recenter this one. Oh, I love that. I love that because it stops. It locks perfectly. It's really good. Okay, maybe not that. There are 3 different heights I think you can use, or 3 different lengths. So maybe a combination will be the way to go. That being the other one. That kind of looks better, I think. That might work all the way across as well. So, I think that's the middle. No, the middle's one block. That's why it won't... Right, so if we added another beam there, it would... Yeah, like that. Okay. That's what we're going to go with. At the end of the stream, can you make a rocket and fly it to the ceiling of the world? And then when it falls down, make a seat on the other side. I made a video with Cube where we went to the top of the world. That's coming out on Wednesday, I think. It was going to come out today, but then I finished like my project with the AT-80 thing. I was like, right, I'm done. I'm going to show this mini AT-80 because the big one failed. But everyone's loved it so far, which is great. X, can you define the desired specs for this crane? Nighthawk? Yes. Basically, I want something where you can get it to extend outwards and inwards, and then you can target, you know, what you're trying to get. So as well as going out and in, it would go up and down. So it needs to extend, it needs to be raised and lowered, and then it's going to have a crane on the end. And what I don't want to do is the one that Zul'jin did, not knocking the design or anything, it's just not what I had in mind. But it appears to be possibly the way to go. I don't like these ones in the corner. I'm going to do that on all sides. Yes, that might sound like a bit fussy, but that's just kind of what I wanted to do here. I wanted to have something a little bit more flexible. Minecraft Guy King says, oh my god, you read my freaking message. Yes. Yeah, now I've read another one. Go absolutely ham. Go mental. Go crazy. I'm joking. X, you can press W and S to change the power of the engine. W and S is backwards and forwards. I don't think it changes the power, it just goes backwards or forwards. Okay. This is looking alright. Okay, and we'll leave that little bit there open. That's fine, I think. Cool, so now we've got our like little bit of a safety barrier. I'm not actually sure that looks so great. Plus it stops us from turning, which is not good. So that's going to have to go. That kind of makes sense actually, doesn't it, that bit wouldn't work. What do you all think? I think maybe it's too much orange. Maybe we need some pipes in here. I also kind of think maybe this platform needs its own things. Right, now it can turn happily. Freaking is rude. Say fudging. Freaking or fudging are fine by me. Fracking is also okay, because that's a real thing. Fracking for oil. Assume go to your monorail world and try out the piston extender. Oh, I know what one you're on about now, actually. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, CJ. Okay, so CJ, my response to you then is that we already did that today, and in order for it to be, like, you know, not massive, it has to... How can I say... It has to have double jointed bearings. Maybe we can make it work. I'll go have a look at that because I've got a feeling there might be something different about it. But when we log in, it will be broken, which is kind of annoying. Actually, I think you're right. I think, yeah, there's something different to that one, isn't there? Because we made it work with two joints, and that's what initially I was trying to do earlier in the stream. What's the world called? What is the world called? Patterns, forklift, base. Base? I think it's base world. African Casters, what are your computer specs? AssumeAvoid.com if you'd like to know what my... Oh, we got a crash. Oh, no, not on that world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first time it's crashed for me, believe it or not. It's actually, no, it's not crashed like it did then. It's locked up a little bit before and I've been impatient, but that's... Flibble, flobble, fracking farts. Okay. Okay, Lava Master, well done. Let's load. The base, don't crash again. Fingers crossed, peeps, fingers crossed. We can't have a world that crashes the game. That'll make me sad face. And, oh, we saw this, didn't we? And then it crashed. Don't crash. Do not crash, game. This is horribly, horribly laggy. Get that crazy lag walk going. Alright, this world is destroyed. Yeah, this is what we could do, because we could have a hinge here. Right, but then it needs to be double jointed in order for us to make the most out of it. Excellent, yeah. That's what we want to go with. except we need to make it double jointed. Alright, my friends, you have an idea there. And I think... I was about to say that maybe we'd use the engine on the thing that tilts it. But maybe not. Pistons will be added soon. What do you, Asuma, or everyone else think of this comment? I think it means that pistons will be added soon, believe it or not. No, obviously I'm being an arse. I think it's cool. I think pistons are going to be great. I don't like these things over here so much, actually. I think what we should have gone with was some pipes. Get some pipes going in here. But I was also thinking maybe we'll want them on this middle bit, but I don't think they'll look as good, and they'll take up space. So, although the pipe transition might look a little bit odd. And then the rails would go... Yeah, actually that looks really kind of odd. Maybe we shouldn't focus on that too much because we've got some cool ideas. Alright, so... we don't really need that thing to rotate. We're going to rotate with this at all times, I reckon, is fair enough to say. I also wish I'd have put the driver's seat facing forward on one of these bits. So the crane is behind the driver. So what is that connected to? Just that one thing. That's really good. That means I don't have to remember a load of stuff. So, permanent driver's seat. If we put it there, it's going to clip with the front, isn't it? No, it's not. It nests in perfectly. Except, it's not centered. So, what we'll do... it's going to clip. It's going to clip with what's higher up. Let's bring that back. Let's give ourselves some metal blocks. Let's give ourselves a friend to sit alongside us. And they're going to sit on this bit. Like that, and the friend's seat goes here. Oh no. Oh well, maybe not. What do you peeps think? I reckon we sit it off deliberately off centre, and that's fine. I reckon that's fine. Alright. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Or maybe we should sit more alongside it, and then it being off-centered isn't such an obvious flaw. Let's go and remove all of that then. Okay, keeping that the same. So we're sitting alongside it. That takes up 4 blocks. And we've got that little space for ourselves there. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's bring the driver's seat back a little bit as well, so we're not like that. That looks like a sort of good place for someone driving a crane to sit. So it's sort of like on their shoulder. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I can't steer it. Why can't I steer it? That's why. What is he building? Says Huge Creeper. We are building a crane. A crane thing. Okay. Right, next step. We are not going to... We're not going to have that bearing there. We're not going to rotate, because we rotate the whole thing. What we are going to do is build a little base. Do I want to use some different materials here? Also, what are we going to build this thing out? I was just thinking we could build it out of a pipe almost. It'd look a bit weird building the crane out of a pipe. Maybe some table supports. How'd that look? That looks very odd. Use a radio! Try making a grabbing mechanism or the crane itself. We're gonna build something here, just not sure how to go about doing it. So let's say we had that bearing there. That needs to be double jointed. So one there, one there. Now that really doesn't look like the best of supports for this thing, but what we'll try and do is make use of all of this space here. So we'll build back across itself. Anyway, for our first test, we are going to extend like this, and then we're going to build... let's see. Do I want to make a control panel down the bottom? I think I do. Can we crawl into this space? We can. Excellent. Right, so... Or do we want buttons? What do you guys think? Buttons up top or buttons down below? And also, where do we want to put... I reckon we should attach some pipes somewhere around here and get those support frames in I was talking about. Now, the driver needs a spot to kind of get into this thing at. Oops. That's not good. Oh man, so many decisions. Some of you, most of you are saying down, some of you are saying top. I think top will look better. I think right now, actually, now that I'm trying to put pipes on this bit, I think it's fair to say having the border around the outside actually made it look a fair bit better. So let's not do that, which means we don't have to worry about where the buttons go too much. I reckon the buttons just being over here at the front makes the most sense. So let's grab some of those and those. I like that combination. And let's put down the buttons. So we're going to have that 8 in total, and they need to be in front of the driver. Actually, let's grab the double block. It's easier to build with. So that's our control panel, like I've done it before, and then over here we'll have our 8 buttons. Right, now the controllers, we've got plenty of space up here, so over here I reckon we need something looking a bit technical with a bunch of controllers in them. We've got an air conditioner, not very technical. What else do we have? Not really a lot. Not really a lot of anything. Unless we were to use some of these rails here, they might actually look pretty cool. Yeah, let's go with some of that and then some controllers. So, going to need 8 controllers in total, or at least, I think. They can go in a row of 2, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go with just that for now. Actually, it's going to definitely have to be a bit longer because of the length of the controller. Right, so then our controllers can sit facing up here. Do you know what, as I'm building this, I'm thinking it will look so much better if it's something that stands up, I reckon. Yeah, I'm going to go with something that stands up, I reckon. Maybe that air conditioning unit would be about right. Air conditioning unit. Hello. Can you stand up there? That actually looks pretty cool. Right, but it sort of doesn't lend itself to having lots of things on it, does it? If we wrap it a little bit more in this, it might look a little bit smarter. It's also kind of close to this thing, isn't it? Which might have to go up a little bit higher. Yay, air conditioner! Right, let's bring back the things that we've been using here. And we've still got our bearings, that's good. We're going to get rid of this. Temporarily. Do we want that there? Or do we want it behind the seat? Actually, you're going to need space to get to the seat. Or maybe we have 2 of them. Because they're really important. I kind of like that. It looks like it's part of an engine. Oh yeah, we might have some engines on show here as well. It's another thing to consider. So maybe we put some electric engines in that gap. Oh, they do fit in there. That's good. So something like that. That's just making even more space, isn't it? Maybe we won't have the air conditioner. Maybe we'll have a couple of... yeah, that's it. Something like that. A couple of engines. Can we put controllers on the side? That looks cool. Now that looks funky. I like it. That looks like it does a bunch of important stuff. Which is good. Right, okay. We're going to go with that. I'm also going to close it in a little bit. Hey, go over there. Bam. Cool. Kind of looks like a little computer terminal now. I like it. Although I think it looked probably better if it faced this way, but whatever. Because yeah, there's no room to walk around it otherwise. I am really like making a big deal over this. But I just want it to look good. Okay. If we put them back here, there's not really going to be a lot of space for it. I'll tell you what, let's go with this here and just fill it up with them. It's right behind the crane, it's right behind the driver's seat. All is good. Excellent, that'll do. Right, so this bit here needs to be a little bit higher. Now what we can do is get a little bit sneaky and modify this. So it starts there. Oh, where's the middle? Oh, that's not good. Let's line it up. Middle appears to be there. Right, that's the middle. Somehow this thing's gotten a little bit bigger than it needs to be. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. Huh. Okay. Is that right? I'm not sure if that's right or not now. Kind of looks a bit too close to that, doesn't it? Oh well, it needs to be in the centre. Let's leave that there for now. What's going on, says 8J. We are working on a crane. That's what we're doing. Shall I put another one there? Be too much then, wouldn't it? I feel like we need something just a little bit higher on that bit. I wonder how big that is in comparison. So if that started a few blocks lower, that would probably look really good. Right, and then we can't go any lower than that, right? No. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Right, so now on here is where we're going to build our double joint. And then put another block here. And then we've got to hook this up to a controller. Or two of them, actually. Okay, and then that one goes there. That one goes there. So 1 and 2 controls 1 and 2. To tilt up, we're going to go positive that way. To tilt back, so we're going to go with 10 degrees. Always 10 degrees, always on a loop. Always fast. Okay, and let's sit in here in the driver's seat once those have been hooked up. So we can rotate, and now we should be able to turn that, which can be part of a bigger arm altogether. Ooh, there we go. I should have made that slightly different. That should be a pipe, and then it will turn a little better. Damn, damn. Can we trust the links, says Jake Plays. Depends what the links are. If it's assumer.co or assumavoid.com, those are my sites. I don't know what ones you're referring to though. Right, let's get the pipe corner. That will be much better there. Bam. So that thing, then the bearing, then the pipe, then that. I wonder then if we could continue it with this, but no. I'm going to have to use a block. Bam. So let's program that up again. Ugh, keep falling off. And the first one's going to be the other way around. Okay, right. Is it me or is that one turned already? Yes, it has. Okay, I actually want that one off. And then same thing at the front. Ow! Alright, so if we sit in here, we can now tilt it back pretty far as well, and we can tilt it forward. I like this, I like this. There we go. So we've got our base tilt on now. How cool is that? Alright, next thing I want to do, I think, is put these back, because they're actually pretty good. They hold us inside. And we've grown to like them. Oop, whoop, 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 whoop. Whoa, 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 whoa. By the way, I keep getting knocked out when I walk into the driver's chair. It's really bad at doing that. Just gives you a little nudge. Oh, it's there, is it? Oh, we made that a little bit different last time we did it. That works out nicely. There you go. Alright, this thing looks super cool, does it not? Who thinks it looks cool? No, it won't turn, because I forgot that you don't want them there. We could leave it like that, actually. Whoa! I think I might have accidentally removed the block from the base somewhere. Nope. Alright, what's next? I keep pressing forwards and backwards to move that thing. We could make that work on a forwards and backwards, actually. That would be quite easy to set up. I think that would be quite cool to do. Especially with the electric engine. It would be significantly easier, I do believe. How does this thing work again? Does it... we did tests on this. Does it stop? Is this hooked up to an engine? Yeah, it stops. Right, but that's not how we want to use it. We'll probably use the motor one for what I'm thinking of. Which would be to set up another one of these over here. X, I think you should remove the corners of the octagon platform. They have been removed, have they not? I don't know. I like it how it is. So, what we're going to do... What we could do, even, is put an engine down here and do something similar to this. We've already done one of these before, but a bit worried about messing it up. Let's try it anyway. We need like a hydraulic spring system. So we'll grab those. And we'll attach this. So backwards and forwards will make it go left or right. That's no problem. Then what we want to do is detect it coming into this area, so we need our sensors. And then behind it we also need our springs, which I think need to go like this. That I think isn't going to work actually. Whoa! That thing is freaking out. I know why it's doing that. It's because it's on loop, I think. That's really weird. Don't do that. What? That should not be doing that now. Because we had it on a button, so why has it started doing that? It was on a button. It started it of its own accord. That's bizarre. That doesn't make any sense. It's bizarre. Let's put an engine in this corner. Right, now it's stopped freaking out. Oh no, it's just freaking out more. It's taking it to the next level of freaking out. Are you serious? What is going on here? All of my stuff is freaking out now. It's like the game's just sort of lost the plot. Yeah, I think the game's lost the plot a bit here. Oh, that's not something you see every day in Scrap Mechanic. This is getting worse. This is getting progressively worse. I think I might reload the world here. I don't like that. That's... Well, that's not a good sign, is it? Why has it all started doing that? Oh dear God. I want to break the controllers, so... Why? Why? I'm going to reload the entire game. Everything just started freaking out. What's going on? Why? Oh, it better be okay. Come on. I'm very worried. I might have to make a backup. No, it's broken. No, I don't want to play. Oh my God. I think I've been streaming for too long. Mousy says it happened in his world too. Oh, that's really frustrating because we were on a good little build there. Oh, I gotta make a backup. Well, peeps, let's end things there. It's been a long stream, been a bit unproductive. Then we got some building done. I hope you've enjoyed it at least. Anyway, as always, thanks for coming by and checking it out. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and we might do. Yeah, we'll do a raid. Of course, we'll do a raid. Let's go raid someone. And so I'm really out of focus. Thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you everyone who subscribed this stream. Appreciate it as always. Thank you to all of you for hanging out in chat and coming by and watching. And we're now just gonna go see if Cube Hamster's streaming. Usually we raid Cube. Mumble says raid someone with one viewer. You need someone's permission to raid them now. That being said, I did have raid channels without permission before, but I'm a little uncertain about yeah, raiding people I don't know. Let's see if False is streaming. Okay, I believe False is. Yep, False is live. Let's go raid False. So, there you go. Thanks for watching, peeps. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.